Hey everybody, welcome back to the 11th video in the Bootstrap 3.0 series. I'm going to depart from what I thought I was going to do. I was going to go over the slider, but I thought modals are a real kind of a, I don't know, I don't want to say particularly tricky situation, but they don't always work as expected. And so what we're going to do is, there's two ways to do a modals. One is using a JavaScript call. The other is using just the data API for Bootstrap, and I think that's the easiest way to do it. So that's the way we're going to tackle this here. And I'm just going to build an example basically off the Bootstrap site, which you'll be able to go and check out yourself. But this is button dash large, and basically what this is doing is we're going to give a button that's going to be our trigger. I'm setting the data toggle selector, and we're going to call it modal, so it knows what we're going to be looking for, and the target, and we're going to call it my modal. All right, and we'll give this a little comment so we know. Okay. And so now we're going to build the modal itself, and it's going to be pretty simple, but for the most part, this is going to be targeting the ID of my modal, which you can see right here. So pound is the ID selector, my modal is the ID name. All right, so we're going to call this a class of modal fade, and that just tells it to bring it in a faded manner. And this is the ID selector, so it's targeting this div. Oops, tab index equals -1. And it's a role of dialog, meaning that it's an informative selector. Oops, aria equals, aria dash hidden equals true. Okay. Now this is all part of the Twitter API, but the aria hidden equals true means that it's going to start hidden, and then when you toggle it, it will display it. And the modal fade class will bring it up in a nice transition, a fade in transition. Okay. So this is going to be a class of modal dash dialog. Oops. This is going to be modal content. And the modal header. And again, this is all right off of their site, so. But we're going to go through it, obviously, we're going to look at it closer. Okay, then H4. So under the modal header, modal body, and we're just going to put text that goes here. This is modal footer. And then inside the footer, we're going to have the closing section. And actually, in the interest of time, I'll actually just copy and paste this. So we have our save and our close button here. Alright, so let's save this out and see where we get. There we go. Okay, so basically, to go back through the code, what it's doing, you know, it's pretty simple. You've got three distinct sections, right? So you've got the header, the body, and the footer, all of the modal. The modal content is the container that wraps all of those individual classes. Your title up here, basically obviously these can be labeled anything. This button actually triggers the modal section, and this is done by the toggle. The data toggle equals modal is the Bootstrap's API call to the modal. All right, and the target is actually what you're selecting, and this is the outer div here. Okay, so this div with the ID of my modal right there is what it's targeting. Okay, so hopefully that clears up the modal section, and I promise next time we will get to the slideshow, the carousel, and we'll take care of that next video. Thanks for watching.